Hello, everybody. I am Alice Burba with Boost to Foster Family, and today I am with Cameron Kinoshita. She is one of our Boost workers. Many of you know her. She's probably been fulfilling orders for you for the last couple of months, couple of maybe years. And we're really excited that Cameron's going to be taking on a few more responsibilities, so you'll see more of her. But we have a new process that we'd like to share with you. So it's really important that you take a few minutes, watch this video, because we're changing something in the way we provide services to three areas. The first area is CPR first aid. The other area is how we do rabies. And the third area is pet licenses, dog licenses. So it's really important that you understand how this change is made. We are pulling those items off of our general request form. We will still be providing the service, but it'll be a reimbursement to families. We've been reimbursing families for a while now, so you're used to that. But this will be in how you request it. We aren't asking you to request this service in advance. We're asking you to just request a reimbursement after the family has received the service. So this way families can choose a provider of their own, go and get the service, give you the receipts, and then you submit them to us. So I'm going to turn it over to Cameron. She's going to probably take you through the form and give you some deeper explanations on that. Take it away, Cameron.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So this is a form that you're pretty familiar with. It's not going to look too different than what you've completed in the past. We have a few changes to it because it is a reimbursement form. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through step by step here. And again, this is for your CPR first aid reimbursements, your dog rabies, and your dog vaccines rabies, and your dog license reimbursements. So as you go down the form here, I want you to note in this purple area, these are the reimbursement that we are going to be allowing per person for each of these requested services. So there's the CPR first aid. You are going to be able to be reimbursed up to $65 per person. Dog rabies, $42, and dog licenses, $65 per dog. So again, that is the top dollar. If you guys find something that's lower than that, definitely go ahead and sign up for those as long as they meet requirements. And we'll reimburse you. Let's say you find one for 40, we'll reimburse you up to $40 or what's on your receipt. So as you go down this form, you're going to go to the instruction part of this, kind of what you are used to in the other form that we had. You're going to initial that you have communicated to the family this reimbursement limits and that you're aware of those. Down here, you're going to go down to the family part, and this is asking if you have requested items for this family on a different form. That's if you guys did general safety items. If you did a fire extinguisher, you can say yes. We've already asked for that for a different type of service in the past. That's just for our knowledge if we've helped this family or not in the past. Right down here, you're going to see the family's primary contacts. You're going to do first and last name. Here we use Sandy Beach just because I feel like I want to be on a beach today. And then right down here is their email information. You're going to do the best email possible for the family. Please make sure you guys do put this if possible. Sometimes if we can't get a hold of you, we go straight to the family to get the information that we need that we're missing. Here is the contact phone number for the family. You're going to put in that phone number, area code, and then their phone number. Make sure again that this is accurate because we do call the families once in a while if we're having a hard time with something in the request. Down here, you're going to make sure you're filling out the full street address, the city and the state, and then your zip code. Now, this is really important because this is where we will be sending the check for your reimbursements. So make sure this is correct. Double check the address a couple times to make sure that you have it correctly. County of residence, you can do a drop down here and go ahead and pick your county of which the residence belongs to. Now, this is additional information required. Yes, we do need this information. I know that this part sometimes feels that a little more, do I really need to have this information? But we do. For our nonprofit organization, it's very important we have this information for our record keeping. So we're going to say the nature of the kinship relationship. You're going to go down to the drop down here and pick what best fits the family. What describes their situation the best? Let's just pretend we're in the middle of a home assessment. Well, let's say we're actually getting licensed since we're getting some of this other stuff. So we're going to say we are in the middle of licensing, recently applied for license. We can just do that one. List all the adults in the household. So you're going to just go ahead and give us the race and ethnicity of all the adults in the household. In this situation, I said we had one adult. We have one adult over 60. Number of veterans in the home. You're going to go ahead and fill that number out to the best of your knowledge. Number of children in the home. Now, this one is important. This is on all of our forms. Make sure that you're putting all the children, including that placement. Even if the placement has not happened, let's go ahead and make sure that we're putting that on the form because it is what you're requesting the items for. It's for that placement. So you're going to say you have two children, or however many children you want in the home or have in the home. And that includes your birth children, adoptive children, foster children, and in the informal placements as well. And then you're going to tell us how many of those are foster children. So in this situation, I said we had two children in the home, and only one of those is a foster child. And I'm going to go ahead and put the information of each child down here in this column. And there's drop-down columns for all of these. Now, what I will say is this is very, very important. This comes to us blank a lot of times, and it really delays the process. I have to then write you and send you an email and call you and bother you and to get this information. So if you don't mind putting all the information down for all the children in the home, that would be very helpful to our process. As you go down here, you're going to look at the agency information. This is all about you. You're the one referring the family. Different options here for the license, what organization you belong to, your name, what best describes your organization, your email, make sure that's correct, and then your cell phone number or a phone number that we can reach you at. Right here it says I've gained permission to share identifying information with Boost to Foster Family. You're going to want to make sure we click one of those. We'll make sure our families have given us consent to share their HIPAA information with us. Now, back down here again, we're going to talk to you about reimbursements. Again, this is on our form several times, so you know how much we are reimbursing for each service that you're requesting. You're going to click which one that you're requesting reimbursement for. You're allowed to click all three if you are requesting reimbursement for all, but that means you've got to attach receipts for us for all. As you move down here, it's going to ask you about CPR classes. The maximum reimbursement is $65 per person. Again, with CPR and first aid, there are a lot of requirements. We got to make sure that we're covering infant and children in their CPR class. This class cannot be held all online. It can be hybrid or in person, but that is another requirement that OLR has in their requirements for licensing. So make sure that your families have that information and are signing up for the most accurate class that meets the requirements. So let's say you're asking for two reimbursements for, let's say two people went through CPR and first aid classes in the home. You're going to put a 2 here, and then you're going to click on Browse File. And at that point, you can then attach your forms to that once you have the receipts. You can do a receipt for each person, or if they're all on one receipt, that is fine. The next part here will be rabies, same exact process, but it is $42 per dog. That is our maximum reimbursement. And you will only remember when they go sign up for their rabies vaccinations, there's times the vet will ask them to get different type of booster shots or immunizations. We will not cover that. The only vaccination we will cover is rabies. And again, it's up to $42 per dog. Here you'll click how many dogs that you did rabies for, and then you're going to upload your receipt to show that many, how much we can reimburse you per dog. You can do 1 or 2 receipts, whatever you have on you. And then down here is the dog license, the same exact thing. Maximum reimbursement, though, is $65 per dog for the dog license. You're going to tell us how many dogs that you need reimbursement for, and you're going to upload those receipts to us. And then here's a little box for any other information that you may need to share with us that's pertinent to the information that we had asked for. You're going to click that I agree to the terms and conditions. And down here, going to sign your name that you confirms your acceptance of Boosted Foster Family's terms and conditions and that you have received permission from the family to share their information. Going to sign your little signature there. And then you're going to make sure you show us that you're not a robot and write that little word in there. And then you're going to submit your form to us. At that point, we're going to receive your request for your reimbursement and we'll start processing that reimbursement and checks will be sent out to the family. All right, back to you, Alice. I don't know if there's anything else you want me to add.
There we go. Um, Thank you, Cameron. That's really great overview of how to do the form, and it will probably take about 2 weeks for a reimbursement to arrive to the family's home. We will be sending a check to the family. So again, make sure that mailing address is correct. If you give us a wrong address, we aren't going to be responsible for things going to the wrong place. So make sure it's the mailing address, not necessarily the home address. Make sure you're getting it to us correctly. The other thing is that just remember that you might be wanting to go and order fire extinguisher or a couple of other things from us. You can put in a request on our general request form. We realize that this is going to come later because the family has to go out, get the service, get the things, send you the receipt. So we know that that's why we had that little checkbox in the beginning, because we know you may have put in another order for that family. And this is probably not at the same time. But we're hoping that this will streamline processes on our end, but we're also hoping that it will free up families to really use the providers they want. That said, we really hope you shop around because our resources are limited and we don't, we want to be good stewards to our donors. So we want to make sure that you're shopping around. We will have a link. It'll probably show up at the top of the form and on our website that will give you some tips, some preferred vendors maybe in your area. So be aware of that as well. So, Cameron, are we missing anything? Are we forgetting anything?
No, I just appreciate everybody, and I look forward to seeing your names come across the requests. So
All
no,
right.
very
Thanks so
excited.
much. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
you
much.
putting in the request for the families, and we're hoping that this helps families move through things a little bit quicker and swifter. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you.